Okay. They've been fucking killing it with like the title screen arts lately. Just realized the faces on the right, I didn't see them before. You cut off SOP, god damn it. Re-wave and everything. Thanks, logistics. I love that idle in particular. It almost feels like it's like taking the piss out of 416s. Oh, however. Do the animation. Where is it? It's like here, isn't it? No. Particular animation. Thank you. He's doing what? Here he is. He's lying here asleep. He should be fine. It's unfortunate, but at least he's able to keep, like, you know, like all his front teeth and all. He'll still be able to eat, like, you know, like liquid foods that have like bits of salt in them, just not hard food. There's a certain animation here. Yeah, she's a lot cutesier than she appears. She's a little gremlin. I do not remember where the fucking dog, like the dog on her shoulder, has an animation. I do not remember where you proc it. Apparently, all the bags and shit on our left side just proc this one. Where is it? Yes, I do remember. I also remember the weird first load issue you had. What's up? Here it is. Just fucking destroy everyone, blind them. Why not? I love you, you little nugget. And Dune 2, Plutonium Experiment. I get that. Like, how long is it till Eternal? It's like second week of March, isn't it? Third? Like, we're almost fucking there. Right, what am I doing? Well, first, actually. Oh wait, no, you lied to me. I already collected these. I collect this, though. Excellent. Come on. Oh. I'm just in a dream mood. Ah, I get it. Today is meant to be a raid up for the BGM. The one on the top right. But instead I got, like, everything but BGM. I got 2 AGS, it's not even their raid up day. Yeah, I'm gonna do it. Fuck it. We'll put on, like, fucking it, who cares? BGM's like closest, oh. Yeah, no, they're still closest to 3-star. Alright. Oh, yeah, I thought it was just because they were on the same week, those memes. I do see them a lot, and it's kind of like, alright, whatever. Is it Doom, like, 3 BFG edition, or is it just, like, classic Doom 3? Because if it's classic Doom 3, I'd say play it for a bit, and then I would recommend it's BFG, okay, so that has it built in, the flashlight torch mod, whatever it's called. Because original Doom 3 was just, hey, walk around in the dark. Good luck. Yeah, so we're here for Continuum Turbulence, which is the next major story event. I didn't stream all of Singularity, just like the first bit of chapter 1 of it, but I hope to stream all of this one. All you really need to know is that military bad, military going rogue to try and pull off some sort of conspiracy theory involving ancient artifacts and an AI Singularity. And the quote-unquote good guys, in that they are on our side at least, and they include our main characters, set off bio-nukes to try and stop this and help delay the military capturing the mastermind of Sanguis Ferry. So, you know, everything's just kind of fucked, basically, and this is picking up exactly where that left off. Alright. Yeah, things went to shit incredibly fast. Here we are, an hour before the nuke went off. We're still fighting KCCO. Oh yeah, we also came face to face with Agent, at long last, the maid-dressed second in command of Sanguis Ferry. And Bader, eventually. It was just a massive pylon, and this event adds like a new faction as well, so it's just now like a fucking like 4-way battle, basically. It's kind of interesting because these two are leaders of teams in the night missions. That's why. Toyona's finally doing something other than shouting for our money. God bless. Oh, okay. This is a plot mission then. Oh yeah, the tanks were an actual unit you could fight, and they were literally hell. Because they were just giant laser tanks that just wiped out entire teams in like 10 seconds. And you had to use... The only way you could theoretically beat them if you use like a very specific setup and a very specific doll. And then just let it was a handgun, and you just left her standing in a range where the tanks couldn't hit her, and she just shot them for like 30 minutes. Turns out the military is just endless amounts of tanks. It kind of sucks. I mean, that is good, actually. It helps that all of Doom is part of the backlog, so... Interesting experience. And then the nuke went off. Oh, I see. It's not just Doom. What else have you been getting on with, besides Bravely? Ah, okay. I think I've actually seen you playing some of those. I've seen like the Steam notifications pop up. How much have you been getting to? Yeah, this is part of why they dropped the nuke, was on top of just, you know, a nuke, was also that it would cause an EMP effect and just shut off the KCCO bots. She's kind of coughing a lot. Damn, 4 games, damn. Let's see, I'm on, well, there was, Cosmic Star Airline. Did I beat something in January? I forget. You're speeding through these, though. I started, finally, Fire Emblem last night. 3 Houses. Got the end of the first day off because I antagonize over decisions. But getting there. Oh, this is probably not good. It's the start of Metal Gear Solid 5. It's been 9 years. Oh, so close. I lowered you. That's probably not friendly. Oh, we get choices. Go in with "Who are you?" instead. I don't think there's a flash on screen when I do poke. They did. I mean, I know they're the Nitos. You're probably doing weird brain magic. I mean, that would also do it. It's always masters around here. So they already have the facts. Also, hang on. Why is the encoding overloaded for this long? It's a still image. I won't be able to get a new capture card this month, but it'll have to be next month because Luigi's VT matter more. So we're stuck with this for a while longer. Been in a coma for 9 weeks and you only give him 10 seconds to get out of bed. Huh. Verbal cosplay? Yeah, let's go with that. Can't do that now. This is probably AK-12. Who's like a very good like just basically ultra hacker. A robot psychic, basically. Yeah. Let's go with, can you ensure your own safety? Commanding is what I do. So they tried the brain scan and it just doesn't work, which means they would probably tried this before, if that's an option. And that kind of begs the question if that worked before. Okay, so basically just let them beat the shit out of you. No one is better than me at lying. Haha. You see, it's not true, and therefore it is a lie, and that reinforces the truth. You may need to get shot. I would fucking hope so. Don't look out on me, I've gone to before. Oh no. Alright, sick. This is a very different tag than what I was expecting from this event. I was assuming it was going to be us having to fight our way out of a fucking like nuclear fallout. I did, however. I would say it looked very good. Like, I like the look of the sprites, the animations look great and all. And then I saw the word, and then it's kind of like, oh. But it does look really good, to be fair to it. Oh, pardon me. Do we still have the gun on us? This is a remarkably normal interrogation room, considering we're being commanded about by a weird, like, I don't even know, like weird priest robots. Arcade is actually probably a good descriptor for a lot of them, honestly. Like, right enough, that's such a good way to call it. Luigi's doing fine. He's just sleeping behind me here. Just in wee sausage form. He's all comfy and cozy. All that happened today was we got more of the medicine we already had, so that will ease his back, the back of his mouth. And he got his back claws clipped because he's an indoor cat, so he doesn't exercise them so much. Or he doesn't, you know, doesn't climb with them a lot. But, I'm thinking, like, next week, and, well, yeah, next week, because I get paid this weekend, I'm gonna phone in to, you know, the vet, and arrange for, like, the surgery, because apparently, like, the state, like, the back of his mouth is in, basically, it has to be, the teeth at the back of the mouth have to come out, essentially. Like, apparently one of them is actually kind of coming loose, and that's kind of like, ugh. And that's, yeah, apparently it's just this, it's a certain, like, cat flu strain or something that some cats just get, which, you know, when we got Luigi, we just found him on the street, so he just probably had it from when he was briefly on the streets by himself. So, if it was like losing all of his teeth, I might have been like, I probably would be a lot more hesitant about it and thinking about it, but, you know, well, A, he's already losing his teeth. He was only like, he was only about like 6 or 7 weeks old in size, like, he was tiny, he's a wee kitten. Like, you know, like, he is like somewhat litter trained in that he knows to use a litter tray, which implies that he was owned, or at least held by someone. And he either escaped or, like, I don't know, maybe it was like someone was like accidentally bred kittens and didn't keep track of them. Like, fuck knows, honestly. But, you know, we find him, and he's just, well, he's ours now. Probably should have set this to auto, actually. Oh, not that auto. He does, thank you. He's all comfy now. Oh, I just realized something. The whole gimmick of this story event is that it has like branching paths and like multiple halves. And if the whole idea is you're being interrogated and have to stall for time, the branching paths are probably just you bullshitting in different ways. Sagacious. Alright. Choleric. Let's go with Are You Griffin Needles? Oh, she's the special one this event who drops some shit. Anyway, yes, Hammer, I did want to get back around to the point. No worries, Novus. I saw you streaming yet last night, but by the time you started, it was like very late for me. I was attempting to sleep, or attempting to go to sleep. But yes, you were right about that, Hammer. That there are like lots of genres that just start you to start from like a blank slate from the start with nothing carried over, and like shmups and other arcade games are like the right idea. Slightly noteworthy. He's also a deck builder, which all doesn't really work if you keep your progress. We should have less deck builder games and more, less deck builder games and more trading card games. when's the Kickstarter like off-brand revival of Digimon trading card battle? Like, where is it? I need it. Let's go with good to see you. Sagacious. Incidentally, just reflecting on that word. Okay. I mean, that's fair, I suppose. If they do actually like come around and make like an actual sequel that has like an actual like fixed everything and all, I'd be down for that one. Like, I really do I get why like procedural generation holds a lot of like appeal, especially to indie developers and all, because of how it works and what you can do with it. But I really do wish more of them like tried for, you know, fixed designed experiences. They don't have to be long. Like, Cosmic Star Heroine was kind of on the longer end for these things, and that was just like a perfectly fucking great one in that regard. Oh yeah, Ange was the leader of Defy, or like a Black Ops unit that adopted M4 and also revived the AR-15 after she blew herself up in the earlier in the story. So, ally faction. And they're the ones who set off the nuke. So, you know. Human. Let's go with I spoke with Persica. So I would hope the commander order would override Kalina's. Like, just by default, but, you know. Because I can see the encoding overloaded in full view after weeks of playing Cosmic Star Heroine where I couldn't see OBS. And every time, it annoys the shit out of me, especially when it sits here for this long, even though nothing's nothing's going on. Like, what are you encoding and getting stuck on? Fucking. I'm sick of your shit. I don't even know if, like, fucking... I don't even know if a, like, you know, onboard capture card even fix the encoding problems I'm having or not. I'm just assuming so. Just because this thing was wired to the fucking motherboard through PCIe. Import SOP-II. Okay, this is 3 different ways. So I know she might have killed 1 or 2 of you and see if they like that. It really, this is actually like a more rad spin. He did not actually get bashed in the head. We have to explain. It seems that the entire gimmick is exactly that. We have to bullshit to these strange robots about what happened after Singularity. And that's why we have multiple story rights and shit in this one. Alright. So, we survived the nuke. And we somehow at some point know that Soph actually survived the betrayal of, like, the KCCO betrayal to try to kill her and everyone else. Which is not in a good way. This is also actually a unique sprite. This isn't her usual damage sprite. Severely degraded part life. Suffering Sop. That's interesting. Oh well, hell, they actually do show her. Say hello to M16 now that she's a Sanguis Ferry unit. Basically the new boss of our enemies. Well, one of our 3 enemies. Kind of surprised how open she is about just appearing to all of her old friends like this. So the end of Singularity was her dueling M4 atop of like a running tree and just being like, "Ah, it's me." As she just at the very end. The new one who I guess owned like the weird robots who are interrogating the commander. Because there's a new faction introduced in this event who right now we only know are called the White Faction. But we'll see them in a bit. We've actually seen their units before. They were in the VA-11 event. They were actually brought to the English server very early for that event. With a lot of their gimmicks turned off. Because they do have gimmicks. Lord, do they have gimmicks. That's a good question. Ooh. You cannot begin any other rights till the end is reached. Okay. Interesting. Okay, so I don't know anything about what routes go where or what. I actually did see like a map of every node to every other node and like whether you would use the true end, neutral end, or bad end to a map to get there or not. I don't remember any of it because I think that was the Chapter 3 one, and there was like fucking 20 nodes on that map. So this event is a fucking giant. Surprise, surprise. But yeah, I think for now we'll go to the helipad. She just doesn't have any voice lines, that's weird. I feel like she should. So they released a bunch of new Mod 3, like, new upgraded forms for this event, and, obviously there's SOP, like M4 SOP Mod 2, she's got hers. The other one is UMP45 here. But for some reason, like, her mod form doesn't have any voice lines, and I don't know if that's like a glitch, or like they haven't patched yet, or they weren't included in the update or something, considering she has voice lines normally. It's weird. I only realized party position affects enemy targeting chance when you did your last podcast. That's pretty sad. That's just how it be. Oh, I must accidentally clicked all the way out. Whoops. Back in you get. Alright, so that's the other route from there. I can't. Okay, no, now I can. Who's on that map anyway? No one we need. Ooh. Ooh. Having the mage in position 1 wasn't great. Oh. No, that's not exactly great, no. But hey, like, fair play for being bravely won that way. Because you literally just tear off enemy parts and stick them on yourself like it's fucking, just pick and mix. She says filthy SF now, but like, normally, like literally her left arm, her left arm normally is a Sanguis Fairy arm that she just really like the look of, so like, who are you to judge? Yeah, she still cares. Even as a Sanguis Ferry unit, she like her core order protect M4 no matter what still counts. That's interesting. All right, plug yourself back together. Oh shit, she's no legs even. Not the first time. It's kind of interesting that she can just rip into her and plug Sanguis Ferry parts into herself and it literally doesn't matter. You think with the whole like virus that can infect T-dolls thing, the goddamn 16, that would be a concern, but apparently SOP just doesn't care or is ever hit. Oh, she's putting an eye in too. Fucking hell. This is a hell of a CG though. Fucking encoding their simple images. What are you tripping on? I get, yeah, at the same time, yeah, it doesn't matter if it's getting framey on these, of all things, but it's still annoying the shit out of me. Especially since it's flickering on and off very quickly now. I don't know, I don't want to fiddle with any of this shit because I'm not sure what will make it go. Huh. Oh, okay. Barbarossa for the pirate job. I never actually used the pirate job in either previous game. Probably should have, because I've heard that they are very meaty. His name literally means Redbeard. I didn't know that, no. That's fucking great. Redbeard, Blackbeard, Bluebeard, Redbeard just hid his name. Well, hid. Barba is beard in several languages, including Portuguese. Ah. And Rosa. Rosa is red in Italian. Ah. I was going to say it was also Portuguese, but... Sanguis is gone. Except for probably for any lingering gits. Rosso, actually. Ah, okay. I mean, close enough. More important. Oh, Porco Rosso was red pig. Ah, that's what pig in the plane. Oh shit! I can't believe I never put that together. Unless it says it in the movie, but if it does, I don't remember that. Oh, she found our. Oh, okay, no, I remember now. Right, this is. This is the said 22 hours before the bombs drop. So this is after. Jaeger's betrayal and KCCO did the flip, but before Defy finds M4 and makes off with her. Red in Portuguese is vermelho. Oh yeah, that's the thing. Haru is the one member on the team who can actually just read download because she's not special. She's not a weird experiment like everyone else. Oh, tiny SOP. Rips and tears fucking everyone and everything. It's kind of ironic because if she had stayed, she'd have run into DeFi and then she'd be able to join them. So much less annoying than Swordmaster asshole. Yeah, like the Swordmaster was a prick in both games, if I remember. I remember having trouble with him in Bravely Default 1 as well. How far did Chris end up getting? Wait, hang on. Getting in what? I'm blanking. Someone was always useless. Oh yeah. Oh, this game. He's still playing. He's at like he reached level 60 like today. So he just unlocked the ability for neural upgrades, but you know, you can't. They take so long to set up that he won't be able to do any of those. He can play this event, but I don't know how far he is in the story. I don't think he's got past. He hasn't made it to chapter 8 yet, I don't think. Which is where you get a mechanic needed for like the second half of this event. But Actually, he might not even be through chapter 6 yet, because I don't think he mentioned, or 7 rather. I don't think he's through chapter 7 because he didn't mention getting RO, who's a story character you get in chapter 7. I did give him a story recap for Singularity. I mean, from what I understand, you can at least do chapter 1 very easily of this. And like chapter 2 is when he starts, he might have trouble. It depends. I've heard you can beat this event, not easily, but you can beat it without the mechanic from chapter 8. But, Luigi's just licking himself in his sleep. He did say he intended to stream this himself, or like he was thinking about it, so we might see how he does later in the week. You know, it'll be funny because he won't understand half of the plot, because I'm going to give him like a few paragraph summary which left out things like M16 being a Sanguis Ferry ringleader now. Because it's kind of like, you know, maybe leave that chapter 10 surprise or whatever, or chapter 8 emergency surprise, but then it turns out, oh hey, she's here at the very start of this one, so you'll find out. So that'll be fun to see. Alright. I'll leave with you, why not? Oh, does it just kill everyone? Alright, no worries. You'll be able to easily stomp this chapter, judging by this. This is just story mode, basically. You know you have an easy time of it whenever the SMG has the highest damage on a squad. So that means everything was dying in one hit, because they're tanks and not the damage dealers. They're just not moving. Alright. I'm kind of surprised by how like low key it is so far. Before Singularity also started like kind of low key, and then by the end of chapter 1 evolved into like, you know, a minor like hurdle, and then, you know, chapter 2 was like, oh Jesus, and then, you know, chapter 3 was just constant swearing. And don't even get me into the hidden maps on each chapter where it was like, hey, would you like to fight a boss rush as one single fight? And it's like, oh good, great. Introduce the boss who can summon other bosses as as backup. I see what I think it's because they literally mirrored all this down the middle. Like this whole bit here on the right is mirrored down the middle. Yeah, no, look at that. That's mirrored down the middle. They didn't think anyone would notice. As far as I know, M16 never gets a mod. Which is, at least has got a mod on like the older servers, like Chinese and Korea servers yet. It makes me kind of curious about like what they're gonna do in regards to her, considering where she is. Like, just Sanguis very nice. Kind of like, well, dude, they are introducing on the Chinese server and Korean server in the event they have ongoing. They've introduced or are introducing being able to capture Sanguis units and use them as your own. So maybe, like, we'll get M16 back that way. I think it would be kind of neat if you could, like, her Model 3 just turned her into her Sanguis Fairy form. But, you know, either way. Knock. Oh. You can't just plug her in. I guess you can just plug her in, but... For some reason the encoding just hits the CGs, and I don't know why. It just hits these cutscenes, I do not fucking get why. What are you doing? And then when I click file, it goes away? Is this just OBS being fuck weird? Alright. Hey. Some of these are familiar faces. This one was a reward in Singularity. It means we're getting to the good shit. Suddenly, idea. She has to think really hard. You're absolutely gonna fuck this up. Command post, big map. One objective, 3 turns, kill 6. Oh boy. Okay, how would end this? Mine's for the S rank, which I don't strictly need. But you'd use there some of the second one, you'd have 3 in the next turn. Right, took that, moved someone there, and then spawned a fourth. That'd be like 5, and then you could do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright. Although that probably isn't gonna kill 6. Depends what way they wander. They're not wandering. Alright, well. There's 4 that way. Yeah, no, never mind then, fuck it. Actually, if you do like 1, 2, 3, you can then do 1, 2, 3, yeah, okay. No, it's fine. He's a god. He's not a god because they won't have enough ammo to pull this off. Oh well, shit. Fuck it then. I probably did a mix of those plans where I did grab that heliport and summon an R team or whatever instead. Maybe I could have done it. Oh well. Round 4 when you hit 6, yeah. Oh well. Not enough to get to there. I'll just take it. I guess my question is, if the commander is just like telling all this complete shit to the Nidos, how would they how will they know any of this? Are they just gonna take him at his word? Fucking dogs stole everything. It didn't choose the You didn't? Okay, that makes some sense. I was gonna say, I hope just, pick white mage, always. What are you doing? Would you believe Luigi just wagged his tail in his sleep? As in, the tail just wiggled back and forth as he rolled over? He's having dog dreams. So diner gates will just break into your shit and steal everything? The tiny dogs. I'll get amongst it. Just tear everything apart. I'm getting the feeling, like, by cutscene length, we might actually not get all of Chapter 1 done tonight. It depends. There's Thunder. She was a singularity drop, actually. Like, limited drop. That's nice, at least. Chris might be able to get her because she is a good handgun, but also she is like a regular event character, like for collab events and side events after a point. Boom. Just weighing all this up. The world does not answer. That's a line and a half. Okay. Branching path again. Alright, so kill everyone or seize the command post. Rolling this up. I mean, the thing is, she is right. I mean, I get the feeling we'll have to see all of these anyway. Just by the fact that keeps stressing that you can go back, like, routes stay open after you've beaten them and you can only go back wherever. So, I think logically you would save RO and then try and save the RTLs. So fuck it, let's try it. We'll have to come back around here anyway. I don't know like how you'd S-rank this on the kill everything run. So I read that right, that was a 3-turn S-rank, and I don't know how you'd do that on like a map with as many turns as this. All of gets there. Yeah. That's an S-rank for doing it this way. I'm just gonna go for the A anyway. When's the Doom crossover this game? I fucking wish. Can you fucking imagine? Super shotgun. Can you imagine like BFG super shotgun? Fucking like Gauss cannon. Fucking like the heavy machine gun, like all of them. That'd be great. Yep, farewell Scarecrow. Super shotgun with meter. Yes, absolutely. Make that her super, she just whips out the meter. Hey, candy. We need these to upgrade NTW into the game's first 6-star through Mod 3 for like the neural upgrades. At least the English server's first 6-star. There's 2 in the game overall. And we got the second one first for the curious. Well, it's because the first one is story tied, so we need that shit. And there's the first of the new limited drops, Mark 12. This is a boss map too, so that's handy. They made a change where, like, in Singularity, beating a map would give you like a number of reward boxes, which would give you a random crap. There could be like, you know, a bit of like, you know, themed furniture, or there could be one of a selection of T-dolls, or it could be, you know, just a pile of batteries or just regular resources. In Continuum Turbulence, they decided, hey, you know what, those only drop from boss maps now because fuck you. So, but to be fair, this is a very easy looking boss map, judging by that power level. Yeah. That would be Scarecrow coming to get you. Arrow? I guess that's meant to be like a thought bubble. I guess it's meant to be blue text and they messed it up. Alright. Kill Scarecrow. Bit stronger than she is in the story mode, but then she is also the boss of Chapter 1, so... Oh. You don't. You don't. Yeah, okay, so it's not just her. It's also the sniper next to her can drop Mark 12. So that's 2 chances on this map. And it's just kill boss. 2 turns, kill 3 targets, kill boss. Let me sec. Something came up on the PC here. Oh, pardon me. Alright. Sorry about that. Alright. Oh, she murdered the T-doll, so fuck it. Time for war. Alright, this should be enough. If the sniper walks down or stays put, this should be enough to loop through her. Excellent. And then also reach Scarecrow on this turn, and that'll be an S rank, which will be 3 chances to get Mark 12 on this one run. It's not going to happen, because their limited drops don't happen that easy. But it'd be nice. Nope, not even a thing. Alright, go shit stomper. She came in a lot faster than she normally does. Even her Singularity one doesn't move that fast. I've noticed a habit now, because earlier I had to fight some bosses for a daily quest thing. They keep shooting the SMG on the top row. Normally, like, the way it works is, like, the SMG in the middle row is, like, your front, your main one. So, you know, like, bosses usually come in at the main row in front of them, so they'll shoot the nearest thing, which would be the one in the same row. But they keep shooting, like, the top one now, which is slightly aggravating, because the top one is the one who usually have, well, at least in my setups, usually has less evasion but more damage. Maybe they know that? I don't know. I forgot. Well. A mocking smile underneath the mask. This is a bad one down, is it? No, it keeps going. I'm genuinely surprised. That was the... Yeah, okay, this is a fuck-a-bite map. It's KCCO ones. That's a military doll? Yep. Bad end. And then the Niters are like, no, fuck you. That's not how it happened. I like this setup. You were literally stalling for time by lying, and the robots just slap you every time you lie. Are they? I feel like that's a bit extreme, considering you need him alive and talking. You can only A rank that map. Tragic. Alright. So can we just pick up here, or it? Oh, you do have to use the backtrack thing. All right, let's go. Oh, time reverse. Yep. All right. So don't be selfish. Be a nice sop, and help your allies. It's an important moral story. Although I kind of have to wonder how good they are if Scarecrow got them. Even though they're like 9,000 power level, Scarecrow ain't up to much. The main thing is getting that sniper to walk out like another square. Because I don't want to accidentally take a command post. It is good though. That Scarecrow map was kind of what I wanted. It's like a very quick and short map. Which means it would be very easy to grind that for the daily chests. Crates or boxes or whatever you want to call them. Let's roll everyone out. Fuck it. We're not beating this in the next turn, you piece of shit. That sniper's just wiggling back and forth down there. I kind of wonder what happens if you know, like you take the command post, but you also killed all the enemies while you were doing it. Like, does it do a tiebreaker, or does it? The previous point map where like it split the story, I think you could do the same thing where you could like fulfill both conditions at the same time. Or at least it looked like you could anyway. Alright, one sec. Yep. Okay. Let's go. Oh, you remember what was it, Hammer? Alright, go punch it. Technically speaking, this will achieve both. Maybe that's the point, I don't know. Unless it ends on this turn before you actually take the thing. Yeah, okay. They actually did think it through. Hang on a second, I'm gonna leave my door over. One sec. Alright, sorry, I'm back. No, I actually haven't. I haven't seen the multiplayer mode. I haven't paid any attention to that half of the game, truth be told. To be fair, like, Doom's, fuck is it? Doom 4's multiplayer was actually kind of fun. I did play it and I did enjoy it. Simplistic but fun, but I do kind of wish. I'm kind of glad this one has the multiplayer as an optional install, just because, like, fuck. I don't need that much space taken up. Oh. Hey. The other new one. Or one of the other new ones, rather. CX4 Storm. Battle mode. It has its own beasts. Ooh. Pardon me. 2v1 multiplayer. Oh. And the other two are demons then. Two of 5 demons. Okay, now that would explain why Scary could actually wipe them out then. She is a bit. Kill both demons at the same time. I was gonna say, you have to have some sort of catcher, like. That's actually really nice. I like that. That's some like cat and mouse shit, that is. Where like you can end up just risk rewarding sacrificing one of you to the other, and as you set up plans and try to ward on the fucking hell monster. That actually sounds really rad. Oh, she was a Sagma's reeler. She is wearing Sagma's bits and pieces, I suppose. Ah, okay. That's a really nice dynamic. Tore Dragoon to shreds. I like to imagine she's not even using her gun. SOP is just jumping up on top of the rider, like attacking the Dragoon rider directly and just eating them alive. Literally just tearing across the field like a fucking hell berserker. I just noticed CX4 doesn't have a skirt. That's a design I have. Have a loot blocker field. Ooh. Suppose that would be like, if you time that well. I suppose if you could time that well, you could probably overwhelm, but honestly, most players would probably just tear apart the horde anyway. Game mode is skill versus teamwork and tactics. I do like the idea of that. It sounds really nice. It's like the whole asymmetric multiplayer thing, but like with an interesting term, I think. It's a little red. Turns out this strapping sanguis parts to you does kinda hurt. Oh. I do like that commitment to like just releasing the new shit for free. It's always nice when like the developers do that. But honestly, I think like a lot more do that than don't these days. But the ones that don't are usually like EA and Activision, aren't they? "17th logistics support." Broadcast. Get fucked. Revenant, Mancubus, Pian Elemental, Archvile, and Marauder. Archvile is one I'm interested in getting to actually play, considering I'm still interested to see how they're going to work in Doom Eternal. They could probably work not too differently from just like Doom 2, but it'll be neat all the same. That would be really like a really good fit for the whole. Actually, think about it, that is actually a nice selection because you can basically just stack together like a meat heist and a like a long ranger or whatever, just to add to your whole tactics and shit. Marauder's neat because he's basically a pseudo Doomslayer himself. Oh. He has a suit. Oh shit. I was gonna say I didn't recognize the Marauder name, but I don't know. Not everyone is just an immortal hell monster who tears apart Sanguses like nothing. Poor CX4 Storm. Poor SOP-II. Fucking. I'm gonna do it again. Like, it keeps annoying me. I know I should basically just give up and stop bitching about it, but it keeps annoying me. I'm gonna keep fucking fiddling with this shit until it stops exploding. Yeah, it's cheats again. Oh shit, nice. Wait, when you say cheats again, do you mean like console commands or like actual cheats? Actual cheats, sick. They don't even stop progression. Oh, that's blessed. That's good. I kind of hate it whenever, you know, like, a game now will have cheats or whatever and be like, well, we're not gonna, like, lock off trophies or whatever, and it's kind of like, you know, I kind of get that for, like, difficulty stuff or whatever, but at the same time, it's kind of like, for fuck about ones, like, why, like, you know, fuck me over like that, for just having a giggle. The Zener protocol. Our response times were slow anyway. I think I just skipped a line there. Other Griffin commanders just kind of suck shit compared to us, really. I've marked it on your map. Follow the waypoint. Just to check. Okay, no. It's just the way the text is fidgeting is when we think it's skipping a line. It's not. Everyone's lives are on the line. A lot of even just regular TLs are beginning to have very philosophical stances on their whole positions in this, like, proxy war thing. It's becoming somewhat concerning. We are, like, basically coming into, like, near automata plot territory now. Shade of memories. Good job, SOP-II. Yeah, when does a machine stop being a machine? And the machines are currently realizing it in the middle of their hell war against other machines. Alright. I'm gonna guess this is a rescue mission. Fucking of course. How about you? Oh, I'm gonna drop. I'm gonna drop. None. None. I'm gonna drop. Got quite a few chances. This will be a good map for getting her, I think. The backup was the same individual as the original copy. It's coming up increasingly more, actually, I've noticed. It's coming up in like chapters 9 and 10 of the main story. It came up during Singularity, and it's not coming up here. I feel like that kind of indicates where we might start going. Alright. Watch a trick. Swap positions. So now she's basically safe. Alright. You're gonna take damage, but you'll be fine. You're gonna take damage, but you'll be fine. Okay. So this point-and-click indie game about robots that was called Primordia. I'm not hard at that one, I don't think. Was it like a lot? I'm guessing the plot was along the same topics as the username, was it? Bot rebooted for everything. They add a number in front of their name to mark which iteration of the individual they are. Oh. Yeah, you don't have to sprint in here to save her. She can't take too much more damage. Yeah, wait a sec. It just keeps doing it no matter what. Oh good, you erased my target bitrate while you're at it. That actually reminds me, like, kind of the same, well, not really the same thing, but, you know, the same idea of, like, changing the number was, the Destroy All Humans games. Every time you died, they would iterate the number at the end of Crypto's name. So, like, at the start of the Destroy All Humans 1, you're Crypto's Peridium 137. And anytime you die, you just get, you know, the number becomes 138, 139, just keeps counting up, because you just get, you know, after you die, you just get cloned and put back, you know, you've got a clone now. I think Destroy All Humans 2 started with Crypto's Peridium 138, and, you know, that also counted up every time you died. It's a neat wee thing. Yeah. That's kind of cosmic, because, like, you're looking for, like, in Destroy All Humans 1, like, one of the main legs of the plot for a bit is finding what happened to 136, because Jackass died. May as well storm up and around. You know what? No, don't. Get another one on the team, because that way we are just blocking off that path anyway. The 3,700 is meant to be a war force. Nah. Alright. Not the best at planning how to S-rank rescue missions, I must admit, but... rescue 4 within 99 turns while having no longer. That's no problems then. There was not a single fuck to give. Like, in theory, you could hit that turn limit and then be fucked, but... You see. I think these two spots will give us an encroachment in the road, and then also, because that heliport's cut off, it will be encircled. And then we win. Haha. Essentially. It's a crying shame that enemies that spawn from heliports don't give drops, generally speaking. Because otherwise that'd be a really nice way of milling out for, like, more limited drop chances. Retrieval complete. Yeah, it's just that easy. You can hear the fucking results card going in the background. Yeah, she needs to turn her voice module out as someone else. Give her a second. There's the military. Do you trust me? I kind of hope they do, because she basically is. Like, I don't think she can actually die at any point. She just keeps, she'll just keep, like, adding new parts to herself, like the fucking Terminator, like, you know, cutting his eye out and looking at it and all. Get that back in. Ironic now. There's ART. She's an old one from Limited Drop. Yeah, basically. I mean, I also intend to like stream this whole event just because why not? Might as well stream the story events, but I'm also just noting as I go which ones I'm gonna have to sit on and grind. Yeah. To be fair, so far they're at least the chapter 1 ones are actually very nice and simple. They're really, you know, like all the enemies are like super weak, and I can just shit stomp everything. Even the boss map is just any of my teams can just fucking shit stomp her. It's like, it's nice. Hello. And then after part of like I wanted to stream this now instead of, you know, like doing a bit of it myself to check this stuff was A, getting a good map for grinding the crates. We have that. The Scarecrow map's very easy for it. And B, you know, just to get some of it done because I intend to. Well, it's basically all that. Like getting to a map where I can do the crate stuff, so I can grind the crates per day while I wait to train up the fucking UMP45 and SOP-II's like mod 3s, because they have their second skills which need to be maxed out still. So yeah, basically it was just, you know, do it now so I can keep getting the crates during the days where I'm going to be training the R2 teams. And then once they're all trained up, it'll be like, okay, back on. Actually progressing through the game. And that'll probably be Friday or something, so I can actually like, play into the night. So we might be able to do like chapter 2 in one sitting or something. Plans and means, plans and means. No one understands them better than me. She's also literally wearing the Sangus ones. To be fair, like she probably does legitimately know better than anyone because she's fucking wearing them. Alright, KCCO units. We're fighting armor units during the day. That's how you know it's fucked up. That is a lot. That is a fucking lot. None of them are particularly strong, but that is a fucking ton of them. Alright, how are we doing this? Let's see each of these squads anyway. Yeah, there's guns, just guns, that's fine. If it's all just guns, I think fucking anyone can take them, really. There's some meat houses. Alright. Let's get the shotgun team out. With their absolutely gigantic power stat. So, what way am I sending using? I'm gonna send them that way to that heliport. And then just, you know, screaming their way down to the command post. Just presuming the search teams don't move. The direct has happened. Only for Animal Crossing. I hope them taking the command post doesn't matter. Oh, that was tragic. Animal Crossing centered one. That's weird to me that it's only an Animal Crossing centered one. It feels like they're holding back for some reason. I can actually see the lag happening on the fucking preview. That means the card itself just can't handle this shit. I'm getting fucked off with this. What is your goddamn problem? I mean, yeah, people are going to complain about that. I think people would also complain any which way. Because, like, there was rumors. Like, there was, like, no, it wasn't even rumors. It was, like, fucking the Korean ratings board rated, like, Switch versions of, like, Catherine Full Body and XCOM 2. And there was, like, a rate, like, or either a rating or a rumor or something that Street Fighter 5, the one you mentioned to me, like, Street Fighter 5 was happening on Switch as well. And, like, that's not been officially announced. Like, it's all piling up. Like, I'm kind of curious that they haven't done it. It seems like they're building for it. When they really shouldn't be. Not that they shouldn't be. When they should, like, be fucking... You might as well just push in. Yeah, no, they didn't even really need the machine gun shotgun team for this one. This is just extensive bullying. Is it actually gonna work like that? No, figured. Yep. Just stay where you are. We're not getting an S rank on this map. Not with that. Truth be told, not entirely. You'd have to basically just like rush someone all the way through this, as far as I know. Instead of trying to be more considerate about this with the way this is played out. Well, whatever. Core. The KCCO grunts are technically slightly nastier than like the Sanguis ones, because they hit a bit harder, have a bit more HP, and they do have like a special where like they'll just shit grenades at you the way your T-Doll shit grenades at enemies. But at the same time, it's like, you know. I just realized, well, if we claim the command post at all, we should win, it's fine. So we can do it this turn. Just fucking run and scream. The thing about armored units that have like no evasion are just kind of more tragic in daytime because that means there's no accuracy debuff saving them from being hit as much. So it's just, you know, rip. And just for good measure. Scarecrow herself actually came out. Let's go if I'm unarmed. I don't know if I'm actually like a single diner gate. Why do you care? Bias is running it now. It's nefarious. He's attempting to steal the Nintendo Directs. Oh, you two just make up already. I hope to see these two talk to each other when you capture like Scarecrow like 5 events from now. I do love Mega's fucking final boss outfit because look at this as a sprite. It's like the most detailed outfit in the whole fucking game. Exactly. Like, that's exactly what happened. Where's Groza? We already have, but that's good. She's around here. I think every limited drop doll is available in Chapter 1, which is good. Because it means even if you can't get past Chapter 2 or whatever, you can just grind them out in, like, Chapter 1. I'm thinking they might try to be holding stuff to E3 at this point. Like, who knows, really? Because, like, we're coming up on, like, their first major release of the year, and usually they've done, like, a whole plan. It's like, here's everything releasing on our shit over the next, like, the first 3 months, or first 4 or 5 months of the year. The fact that they're not doing it is kind of curious. If and then... She doesn't have a command module to give joking orders with. Maybe. And honestly, they might actually go with a remake right at this point, because they're kind of doing that with a lot of things, especially lately. Like the Pokemon Mystery Dungeon remake, fucking Metroid 2 remake. What else was there? Link's Awakening. Like they probably they're gonna continue the trend of remaking handheld ones, and they're gonna remake Sticker Star for Switch. All die to me at least once. Some get an important lesson. You don't have to hate them to hunt them down and tear them apart. I just do that for fun. Torture is very impersonal. That emphasis. Oh, I want to see that. I want to see Sub just tearing like the arm off of a military unit and plugging it into yourself, and just becoming this chimera of every single faction in the game. So every time she appears on the battlefield, every single faction is like, why is there like one of our units clumped with the enemy units? I mean, like ideally, that's what would happen if they remade one of the two ones that people actually like keep clamoring for, and then they'd be able to go like, "Hey, Miyamoto, stuff it." But I get the feeling, considering it's apparently his word that he doesn't want them to be RPGs like that. Like I feel like even if it's sold well, they probably couldn't override him. So, like the whole seniority and the workplace thing in Japanese culture. Soft really is just a big dog. Alright. Interesting. So I'm guessing Scarecrow's gonna march over there as like a timer thing. So what do we do? To just try and kill everything before she does? Whoops. Oh, okay, no, it's basically just go while she does her thing. Alright, fair enough. I just realized I haven't repaired Vector from that single nick she got from Scarecrow. Not that it really matters, but still. Come get us, boys. Pardon me. Just plant someone there for basically giggles. I'll move that there, why not? We are basically just waiting on Scarecrow getting there and ending it, so... Oh, well, let's shoot that last one. Ah, they actually got a shot off and hit Thompson. What pricks? It's all just bullying, really. But might as well. Who knows, maybe like a Groza will drop for us. I doubt it, but it'd be nice. I'm kind of interested now, as I think about it. Because Nintendo have been actually, like, there has been this curious thread of remaking certain games. Like, throughout the Switch especially. Like, real remasters and also remakes. Like, I'm kind of wondering, like, how much it is, like, either, just filling time, just, because they felt like it, or because, like, they have, there is some genuine benefit to it. It's kind of like, what can I say? It's kind of, like, you did mention, there, like, already, like, it's their way of, like, Nintendo going, maybe this will sell now if it sells really well. Or like, maybe this does really sell, experiment with a remake instead of a whole new game. I'm kind of curious if it's actually the case and what else they'll do with it. Because thinking about it, you could sort of see Samus Returns as being that sort of thing. Like, what if we remake a 2D Metroid instead? But, I mean, to be fair, that could also just been... There's a number of, like, potential motivations for Samus Returns. We nearly made mistakes several times. She's back. Secret tactic that the commander practiced once. That'd be nice. A Golden Sun remake. What else, really? Wario Land remake. My personal preference is Wario Land 4, but any of them would do. Can't immediately think of any other. That's interesting. They didn't really mention the human ones are nearby during Singularity. Which I guess makes sense, because there were some around, but they never mentioned, like, oh, they have to, like, the human ones have to be saved from Griffin forces. You only ever saw the automated ones. The tanks. The endless sea of tanks. I mean, she's just kind of curious about the... Alright. Override the laws of robotics. Fuck it, just go for it. SOP is not bound by the laws of your land. That is interesting though. SOP just has free reign to fucking kill. I mean, in theory, you could. Only you do that. I mean, in theory, that's kind of metal. You make a robot that is just designed to repair itself by just tearing apart, just finding and tearing apart enemy robots and repairing itself with their pieces no matter what. Like, you basically have made a Terminator at that point, and theoretically that thing could just fight forever, if no one actually manages to kill it. Interesting. Do you smoke? Can the robot smoke? That is dangerous for them to smoke? But you can't eat them. What actual pricks? Of course there's robot racism in the world. Rip and tear until it is done. If I could draw, and I'm working on it, I would absolutely draw that. Just SOP-II. There you go. That's the Doom crossover. It's like on top of like having this, you know, like T-dolls for the different Doom weapons, you give SOP like a Doom Slayer costume. Like, just do it. It's perfect. It all lines up. Your hobbies are weirder than mine. CX4, she literally like collects Sangva's body parts. I do mean collects. Like the first time you see her, she's holding an eyeball and going, "Hey, look at this," and she keeps it. Go back to Warehouse Simulator. Really do need to get SOP fixed, incidentally. Probably not a good sign. Maybe a good sign? Who knows? Oh, this is an ending. They're giving us like a furniture thing. She was a drop from Singularity. No, she was a reward in Singularity. I already have her. Oh well, shit. Oh, get stats. You don't even have your standard lines on UMP45. Why? I might as well eat up. Did I not? I did not. While we're here. She is just a little gremlin, isn't she? Oh dear. Let's just collect all. The mountain of shit. Good shit. Yeehaw. She's precious, this little SOP. She's just a big doggy. A big puppy. A big puppy that likes eating, like tearing people apart and eating their shit. Well, you see, they're actually like super floppy disks that can carry lots of data, not just the old restricted kind. There's an actual line on them somewhere. I forget where. There is a recurring gag when you're upgrading all your facilities and shit, is that you usually start with like ancient technology, like just really shitty typewriters and old computers, and then you advance to like glorious fucking Cold War era technology, and then when you finally max everything out, you have like actual modern or like slightly future tech gear. But which just kind of implies you're just so shittily supplied until you've like built your own good crap. And sometimes you never do make a good crap because you know, the repair bay for like the new unit type is just a bunch of washing machines you just stuff them into. that's what they get. It's just into the washing machine. Ought to be afraid. Hey. Scarecrow comes through. Making choices is hard. Oh. Well, we can't see them yet. Okay, so I guess it just lets you skip around the Sanguis units then. Okay, yeah, that's the detection radius thing I'm used to. The last time it was always on the military units. Right. Take this, and we'll get us that heliport, then we have 4 moves, so we can actually skip around these ones. I do note that there are like There are like super Sangvis units who are like they're like the base units but like upgraded with like new appearances and shit. They did appear in like the hard mode maps of VA11. I'm kind of curious that I haven't seen them in anything yet. They're not in like the end game maps right now. They weren't in Singularity. I'm not kind of curious and also kind of nervous because if VA11 had like units from this event all that long ago, that means either Super Sangvis appears this event or it appears next event. And all I remember from VA11 is that those things really fucking sucked. They sucked so hard. It was just a hell on earth dealing with them. Because, like, they were just the regular, like, Sangvis style, like, here's, like, the shield bearers and shit, and here's the snipers behind them, except now the snipers hit with the force of, like, a fucking real cannon. And the shield bearers just don't die. Yeah. So the fact that they keep stressing elite units but haven't shown them yet is making me somewhat nervous. A neat thing with, like, the 2 faction maps is stuff like, you can't, if, like, you know, a heliport is, like, one color, and at least one other tile is, like, Faction 2's color, so, you know, like, this heliport we're on is a military heliport. There's a Sangvis spot over there over to the right. That means you can just go walk in the middle of it and take it, because no one faction can encircle you. So they can't, like, you know, take it back from you at the end of the turn. It makes for some interesting moves and shit. Although, only really the, like, Singularity is, like, the only event that's actually made any use of that so far. I guess this just did, to be fair yet. How bad are these units that a fucking Sangvis submachine gun squad fucked them up this hard? Seize it. Uh-oh. She had to let that out. Big screamer relief. Hello, Emily. I should turn the microphone to face me. No worries, thanks for dropping in. They all did kind of go like, M4 was like a tiny baby, and like she makes so many mistakes and it's so hard, and one of them is finally realizing, oh hey, being a commander sucks. Yes, thanks for dropping in, Emily, and hope you sleep well. 10 or so minutes, no worries. Aren't too many bodies. Good, nice of you to remind her. The smart one. I got a name wrong in the summary I gave Chris. Rip. Should correct that. I said Jaeger, not Igor. Takes Ida. What this is kind of spoiled by SOP-Mod, like SOP-II's Mod 3 special item, but it's funny. What is it? You've technically already seen it. I just wonder when it's going to actually show us it. It might be after this then. Oh, there she is. Yeah, that's it. The diner gate is specifically called the RO diner gate. So guess where RO's ending up. I still haven't forgot. Like, that video has just been stuck in my head since you showed me it on Amway. Fucking. Drop it in chat if you still have the link, actually. So this one. Python. Is a 5-star handgun. Python, I've seen videos of people using Python in future. She's nuts. Not even in future, like using her Nye. She's fucking nuts. She is so nuts that when she came out, she had to be nerfed twice. She was that fucking broken after she came out. And even now, she's still so nuts that you can make Boss Slayer 5 handgun squads using Python as the core. Like Boss Slayer, like map sweepers, like Python can also be used with like certain rifles to create just the ultimate death squads that can tear apart units you're not meant to actually fight and win. Like, she is fucking nuts. She is priority #1 for me grinding shit on my off time. So her being here is good. I'm glad we find her. Fuck it. Yeah. I don't think this is gonna help at all, but fuck it. Sorry, fiddling with something. Alright, wiki, RO. M4 is like SOP-Mod 2 is just plugging you into herself without tools. Doing deep cyberspace hacking. Well, hell, she had her run in with UMP45. Question is, when was this? Guessing by the snow, this might have been during the Arctic Warfare story, which was like fucking ages ago. It was only shortly after RO joined the team. That girl. This was another point throughout Singularity, was the increasing suggestion that M4 at least was based off of a real person. This is Persica. Persica is the scientist who made the AR team. So she made M4, she made M16, all the rest of them. And there's been, Singularity Chapter 10 kept touching on, like, how M4 seems to have been based off a real person, like an actual person, like her neural cloud and everything scanned, like, from someone's brain. And not a happy one at that. We saw some of her memory, like a flash of her apparent old memories in Singularity. And she was a refugee who ended up killing a commander on a military base who was like basically like fucking the region up. Something fierce during some war at some point. It's not a happy life, M4 in either life. The growing implication as well is that the Sangvis Ferry mastermind is also based on that person somehow, which is why it keeps trying to get to M4. Like the Singularity title is basically like references the AI singularity of what happens if AI seizes everything. Yeah, basically. Basically, like, Singularity went fucking places. That's like, it's gone, like, fucking Metal Gear as hell at points. Like, we were going, like, full tilt near Metal Gear at the same time in different directions. This was from, like, Chapter 9. When Salt was remembering fun times with the AIR team when they were starting out. And poor M4 just wasn't good at anything. No, sad Salt. How many subscribers different VTubers have? And noticed the ones you usually see with subtitles are not necessarily the ones with the most subscribers. I mean, I sort of get that, because I feel like the most popular ones are going to be, like, popular for the same reasons universally, not necessarily because they have, like, extended reach or anything. And so is the Chapter 9 chat about why do robots exist, like, what does it mean to be a robot, and what emotions they have? Yeah, never. Or no one would ever make a potentially defective product. This was a Call RO reference at some point. And it was AR-15 calling her to say, like, yeah, well, I'm gonna blow myself up, see ya. Cough. clearly one. What ordering you? Hello, Luigi. He woke up. He's squeaking. The AI asked just to be programmed away. Aro is probably also a completely different advanced AI. Lyko was the guy who made the original Sanguis Fairy AIs and seemed to be involved in making those dolls before their whole rebellion thing. And he only just started coming up in the Singularity. I'm getting a lot dumped on us here. This was one of the night chapters. I think it might have been night 6. Where she was with her old squad before she got brought to the AR team. It was like a flashback chapter showing what she did. Kaison and Kuryu Kuko are the same person. I don't recognize either of those names. Most of the VTubers I know are the ones I just seen clips of screaming at things on YouTube. Or the dog girl one who just really fucking loved our Resident Evil 4. And really fucking loved the merchant Resident Evil 4. That was precious. I know Kaison. Who was Kaison? I say it like Jason. I'm sorry. Give me a sec. There's a lot in here. I mean, granted, it's all flashback stuff. Well, it's not all of it. Some of it's stuff I've seen. Some of it's brand new. The whole Persica bits were new. The one that did the English lessons. Alright. Not really helping her here, Persica. Bless you, Sop. Neither, just screaming at each other. Thanks. Yep, the diner gate has a megaphone. It's also got the same color scheme. It's bright yellow and blue. With a prominent red eye. Hugging in the mind space. Exact same voice, exact same humor. They both speak perfect English, and apparently they both have a slight foreign accent when speaking Japanese. That's curious. If it is the same person, what's the point of running two separate ones at the same time? She'll be fine. Maybe. No worries, no. Thanks for coming out and watching. See ya. Unauthorized ID signal. All those Sanguis fairy bits just kinda causing problems left and right. I'll need a body. Something that can serve as a vessel, but it's not physically big enough to carry your core. Oh, that's why it's plugged into Sop's chest on her Mod 3 art. I can just stick it inside of me. Apparently M16 was just a whole bundle of fucking axioms. Maxims, even. The system thinks I'm dead. Rip. Coco is part of the VTuber idol group Hololive. Okay, so Hololive is a group. I thought that was just a general term for, like, VTubers. The more you learn. She's kind of been through hell. Or you've been dead for a bit. In Dream, while Otaku salary ++. Logger helper error, non-GYC survival. Alright. Cyberspace, the Brain Chamber. I'm gonna guess it's just shit stomp all of these. Oh, that doesn't bode well. Of course you have that. You're not too bad. If there's only one of them, could probably kill that. You have Python. You don't. You don't. You don't. Alright, so far left and bottom on the screen right now I have Python. That doesn't. That doesn't. Alright. Those two plus the bomb of Python. So group like Niji Sanji. Fair enough. Alright. Kill everyone and everything. No worries. Yeah, I do like them. They're just called like unknown or viruses depending on the map. They just kind of shuffle toward you like zombies, and all they can do is to slap you when they get close. Well, decision time. I think I should take this one. You know, get amongst it. Probably break out Echelon 5 for here because they're the strongest AR team I have. I do like how this crumble away as well, just in the polygons. Alright. Time to be serious for once. Good luck and Godspeed. You're gonna kill that fucking bomb. That flash is AK-12 at the bottom there, that's her skill going off. As a fun fact, every time she actually activates her skill, she opens her eyes, because she keeps them closed at all other times. Hey. Hello. Hello, Luigi. Come over to stretch. What's up? Man. Oh, we're back over your respawn. Low. Just wait. He's sitting back down again. You woke up, but I get the feeling you're just gonna try and go to sleep again. What is 5 turns, kill 9. Yeah, it's gonna be tight. But we might be able to do it. AN-94, which is her here, is pretty much like the best assault rifle around, more or less, right now. Depending on circumstances, it's either her or M4 Mod 3. But in my circumstances, it's her. Because, basically her ability is that every time she switches targets, her, like, the first shot on that enemy hits twice. And then, when her skill timer, like, counts down and activates, she can just hit every enemy twice for, like, fucking 8 seconds or some shit. Shit's nuts. That was far easier than I was expecting. A fucking MP7 did that, even. I was briefly hopeful. It, like, paused for a split second, I was like, but, oh. Shirikami Fubuki is the most subscribed Hololive channel, but you rarely see translated clips of her. Most of them are just her sneezing cutely. That's funny. Made a reputation off of sneezing cutely. Alright, fuck shit up. I think I've just about managed to do this for the S rank. We're not even actively thinking about it too. I was just thinking about covering the map. Docking complete. Smack, who is the name of choice? Uh-oh. Wrong one went into the body. Oh. SOP hasn't woken up yet. See, there's Aro. Why am I so short? I genuinely thought she went in the soft body. And that's how Aro ended up in a diner gate. Oh, fuck off. Oh, that's a Typhon tank. Oh, that's the laser tank. Oh, fuck off. That's the new shotgun. Let's use the new one for this event. Oh, go to hell. This is a screenshot worth taking. Oh, SOP woke up. Fucking... The only vessel. She kidnapped the diner gate. The Scarecrow used the hand over the power supply. Scarecrow didn't even notice that she abducted the diner gate. I mean, she says that, but she gave it a whole paint job, mounted a microphone on it and everything. Exactly, you're now SOP's child. So she took that with her too whenever she took out the core from Aro's body. Aru's not depressed because she's a diner kid. Meet your end as a diner kid. Well. Oh. Hammer's description was pretty accurate. No worries, Emily. Thanks for popping in. And good night. Sleep well. Your darkest desire. I wanna rip and tear. Objective, survive. There's messed up situations like this that are becoming familiar, but I feel this is the first time she's plugged someone else into a diner gate and then plugged them into herself. The modularity of SOP-II is something else. The Carcano sisters. They appeared in Singularity and got shit stomped because they were there with SOP-II and Aru. And while they were only there a bit, they were great. Cheery one and saw the what is the stoic one? Alright. Yeah, there it is. Go to hell. Although, that said, that is a very low power level for that thing. There's two of them. Do wait, they're chanted? Or they're just very weak? Oh. We're gonna have some fun. Right, there's one tank unit, it's got very low power. And has no rewards on it anyway. I don't know if it's worth fighting it or not. That wee prick has it, they're fine. Right, so the wee spider gets have the shotgun. The tank is nothing, so you're probably supposed to avoid the tank. Even with that low power level. Hawks, we'll get to them in a sec. I believe that's all of our entry points. 5 turns, kill it too. Destroy all enemies on the map. Okay, so we do have to fight the tank. No worries. Oh, taking this one of these heliports is very important, so fucking get to it. Just guarding territory as well. What about Rich? Shuffler. I think that's partly because, like, I mean, the shotgunner ones can be very nasty as well, but I think it's mainly because like, the chain gunners are just like the nastiest to come across, generally speaking. I do mean generally. Og is very useful to have because her special ability boosts her rate of fire to like the level of a machine gun, and also gives her like what's called sweep targeting, where she just changes target every single shot. So it means for ones like this, where there's like, you know, armored units walking in front of like weaker, skinnier units, she can just shoot straight past them and just nail all the back line, which is very handy. Not support. Alright. Well, I didn't wanna. We can only deploy 2 Hawks this map. That's fine, you'll do. So Hawks is the new one. They're the mechanic introduced in Chapter 8. And they are fire support squads. We'll see them in a bit. Over here. That is a mortar unit, yes. You'll see them in one of these fights, maybe 2 of them. Actually, no, you will see them in 2 of them because they have a 3-tile range. Give me a sec. Fucking. Alright. Here they go. So hawk units are fire support units. In this case, this one, 2B14, is a mortar unit. They just have a there are 303 tiles, and during fights where they're within range of one of your Titles, they will just provide fire support. They will just rain hell down from on high or from a distance. And, you know, it's just like boom, die. There's currently 3 Hawks in the game, like the 3 base ones. They move and resupply, sorta like Tito Echelons do, but Hawks can't fight directly, so if an enemy unit touches them, they just run away. They just, like that counts as them being killed. They just run for their lives because they can't, you know, what are they gonna do? They can't fight up close. And they're the units you have whenever they get defeated, you just stick them in the washing machine, because they don't actually get shot or damaged. They just get dirtied from running through the wilderness crying. So, be nice to your Hawks. We have enough deploy points. We do not. How do we get another one? We must have to seize another heliport. Alright, well, time to go shit stomping. Yeah, basically, just fucking they drop it and run. Which only makes sense. I picked the 2B14 because it has a range of 3, and in this case you can see it is how far away they can shoot from. Also, very nicely, they will just, you know, pick targets outside your range if they can. Which is very handy. Very helpful. I'm pretty sure they can also seize tiles the way like regular T-Doll teams can. I've noticed the tank is now aggroing on probably the rifle team. I would rather have an AR team fight that, so we'll see how we do. For good measure. Okay, good, they can. I've usually just left them on heliports, and the few times I used them. They reworked chapters 8, 9, and 10 to let you to have heavy heliports so you can summon Hawks with, because they were released after those chapters, which is nice. It's kind of nice because those maps aren't designed with them in mind, which means you can just rain death and shit stomp things you're probably not meant to on those maps. Pardon me, goddamn. Oh. A bit phlegmy. Ugh. I also picked the 2B14 because they're specifically the best at fucking up enemy units. The other ones are like the AGS, which is a grenade launcher, which splits its attacks across like 3 explosions, and the other one is the BGM, which is a big fuck off missile. And that one has a very specific purpose, which we will not see just yet. Alright. There are only 2 of these fucking things. Fuck it, try it. I think once we run here, we'll be out of the range. No, we're not. No, we are. That's fine. I should have used the BGM if I could have, actually, just for the fun of it. Yeah, the big fuck off missile tells tanks to fuck off, it does. I had the deploy points to summon them though, but we do not. We need to capture another heavy heliport. There isn't another heavy heliport. Oh shit. Oh well. Godspeed. Okay, no, this is fine. Ish. Yeah, okay, even at this part level, these things are shit. The only way this works is that there isn't a third one in the middle row. So we can just do this. Should have planned that better, but I slightly panicked when I realized they weren't shredding this as fast as I thought they would. Normally you fight 3 of these things at once and you start from miles away. Like, we started basically in their faces in this one. Usually you have like a row of minions, often like the armored shield bearers, in the way, and then you have to like just fucking sprint all the way to them, and they get off like 2 laser shots of like across all 3 rows before you reach them. At least that's the way they were in Singularity. Alright, you tag out. Everyone else sprint forward screaming. Please. That's the tank though, that's the tank fucked and dead. She's getting MVP in her special map. But yeah, I do notice that her cord, the cord is blue. The way like Aro's little ID card thing is blue. That's fine. Alright, last 3. Rifles just don't give a shit about armor. Fucking ever. This might be a bit tricky because I'm not sure they'll shoot the little tiny git first. No, they did. Okay, good. All that thing does is it just runs across your team and plants mines in a row that blow up underneath your T-Dall's feet and do annoying damage, but not particularly deadly damage. They're also like the only enemy that can actually like pass your team and go all the way to the left of the screen that doesn't make you just die instantly. Rifles kinda don't need mortar support because they're just that fast. And we did it. Its most grueling phase. Not Jaeger's head. And there's the tanks. Yeah. If there's only 2 of them at once, it's fine. If there's 3 of them... Long time no see. Fucking pick our moments, don't we? You don't have any tears, Aru. You're a diner git. Diner gits don't cry. Final destination. Nope, stop that. I'll do the zoom out. Fucking hell. There was a whole path that like splinters off from fucking this one? Like there's a wee line going out that way. We're gonna go fix up that team first. Hello, Spas. Yeehaw. I do believe, actually, while I'm here. What's that these two said? Not really takes them out. Yes. Become beefier still. She's 9 mod 2. Alright, I have... The only thing I need is more of the fire control components, the pyramids of light down there. Which the 5-star mod 3s need. Once she has that, she's good to go. Actually, she also needs levels. We can sort that. Take them. Alright. The good news is now that she's mod 2, she has her second skill. Which lets her shoot up to extra 3 times every time she kills something with the first skill. Which itself is just a giant, like, 10 times damage shot that blows murder shit. Yeah, up to 10 times damage, ignores link protection, ignores shield, it just goes straight through everything. Get trim. I just noticed the RO diner get wiggles when she's talking. And she pets it. Fuck. Room repaired, everything good. Yep. Let's go. Hey. Oh, this is a story one, man. Thump. She told the commander. And we just happen to have a yellow colored diner gate with Arro's megaphone plugged into it. Not the sort of thing a PMC ought to have. Mortars and giant fuck-off missiles. R was a cop. After World War III, you're not allowed military weapons without permission. Well, there you go. We actually do have a justification for why all of our shit is just shit, and they're all using old guns. That's funny. Springfield using a rifle from like fucking the American Civil War. We're not a military organization. Your dad. Oh. Well, that's unfortunate. One sec. Alright. We're not plugged into the charger, we're fine. Uh-oh. Well, this is actually my iPad, not the phone. Fucking. What was even the point of setting that option if it didn't fucking fix anything? Whatever. The wife has appeared. Team 404 is kind of find their way in. A new faction. First wife. That's a bit dramatic. The white faction. The Hawks. They actually did mention the Hawks, I'm surprised. Can't let it do its thing. I unlocked chapter 2. And then there's 2, 3, and special hidden map. Alright. I think that will do us for now. I'll say that, partly because it's now like near midnight, but also that, you know, end of chapter 1, we unlocked chapter 2, that's pretty good. That was longer than I expected, or more complex than I expected, but also good. That basically has everything sort of. Got an easy boss map. I've got a Python grind map. Got grind maps for at least 2 of the other ones. Oh, actually, no, all 3 of the new limited drop dolls are here. All the other ones besides Python. So that's good. I can work with this in between streams. This gives me plenty to like sit out and grind that until everyone's trained up and ready for, yeah, the real shit. It also gives me some more time to build up the Hawks for chapter 2. Yes. Thanks for coming out, thanks for watching, thanks for sticking around this long, Hammer. And next stream is going to be I'm gonna aim for Friday, maybe Saturday. Basically, if it's gonna be Friday or Saturday, it's gonna depend on if David streams on either of those days or Chris streams on either of those days or whatever. And you know, if I have a free reign, it'll be Friday, and if not, it'll be Saturday. Basically, one way or another, I will be later this week for more Girls Frontline Chapter 2 of Continuum Turbulence. Finally get to see the White Faction in all their hellish glory. Alright. Yep, thanks for coming out, thanks for watching, and good night. I have to go put kitty cat to bed. Night.